Okay, so I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Today, I have a real message for you. If you're someone who has a short attention span, if you're someone who likes rainbows and unicorns and likes things sugarcoated on screen, this probably isn't for you. This is for the people who really need to hear this, okay? It's not about the lighting, it's not about the background, it's not about the makeup, the hair today, the outfit, nothing. It's really about the message. If you have a short attention span, I'm gonna need you to thug it out today because I'm not sugarcoating this message for anyone. This is a real message for people who are really, really struggling with this. Doubt is literally the devil trying to take you down. When doubt creeps in, trust me, everyone has moments of weaknesses, so doubt will creep in. You have to fight it. It's so easy for people to have a seed of doubt planted in them that then takes down every single beautiful thing that they've worked so hard to build. The seed of doubt will kill all of your amazing hard work that you've worked so hard, sacrificed so much, put in so much effort towards just from one simple thought. Okay, so I need you here with me today because you need to focus on the message, focus what I'm saying, not the visuals, not the on screen graphics, not the sounds. Focus on the message. This message is for you. Hey everyone, welcome back to Just Like Magic with Julia. I'm not even going to give my usual intro today because I just want to get straight to the point because today we are talking about when doubt creeps in. And last night, when I was thinking about what I wanted to speak to you all about today, this was a message that really, really hit me hard because I felt like no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, how old you are, what you do for a living, doubt creeps in. And no matter how holy you are, no matter how good of a person you are, the truth is, doubt has a power, has a possibility to really take everything that you've put so much effort towards and demolish it. One seed of doubt in your brain can really kill your whole garden. As a matter of fact, when I was a little girl, my aunt, who lived on the ground floor below me, used to have a garden, and I would go out with her and weed, right? And I remember asking her as a little girl, like, why, when we pulled out the weeds, would they just not go away? And doubt is quite literally like a weed in a garden. You can try to pull it up, but once it festers all over, it will take over if you do not check it, if you do not actually maintain the good, the positivity, if you do not rewire your brain. Just like you have to upkeep a garden, you have to upkeep yourself, or else that doubt will take over everything you worked for, just like weeds in a garden. Now, the thing about doubt is quite literally the devil. And if it's not the devil himself, it is literally the strongest tactic of the devil. Because, in my opinion, doubt is not something that just comes to your mind because doubt comes when there's an opening. So, what that means is whenever there's a disappointment in your life, whenever something doesn't go your way, whenever there's a breakup or a heartbreak or a physical loss of a person or something or someone who you felt connected to, when you lose your job, when you receive bad news, when you go through any sort of pain, there is an opening for doubt. And the thing about doubt that I never understood or that I always found annoying because I feel like I understood it, but to be honest with you, I knew it, but it's one of those truths that I didn't want to face because it was just annoying. I always felt like when I was going through something bad, when I was going through something that was testing me, even when I was afloat, I had to beware of doubt. I could never just give myself that leeway of relaxing. I could never just take time for me and sulk because the more you sulk, the more you're not on guard in your mind, the more doubt has the opportunity to creep in. And that's really the truth. The more that you give yourself time to think and to blame yourself and to question and to what if the situation, the more opportunity you're giving doubt to come in, to creep in. So, we're going to talk about how you can really combat doubt or at least try to handle it when it presents itself. I'm not saying you're supernatural. I'm not saying you're never going to doubt yourself again, but I'm saying that you need to be on your defense when it shows up so that you don't let it ruin everything and that you don't let it take over your life, your dreams, and what's possible for you. As you can tell, I take this very seriously. And it's because in the work that I do as a mental health counselor, I hear people who have the utmost potential, ambition, success, doubt themselves. And that's really what ruins everything. It's not other people, it's not missed opportunities, it's not fate, it's not destiny to not fulfill something. It's really doubt and what you believe you're capable of. I do not want to see anyone fall short of what they actually deserve because of their own doubts and false beliefs about themselves. So if you made it with me to the third, fourth, or fifth minute of this video, however long we've been talking so far, thank you. I'm happy you're here. So let's talk about what to do when doubt creeps in. So first and foremost, I need you to tap into your inner fighter. Like, we all have something inside of us that pushes back when faced with any adversity. I need you to tap into it. I don't care if you have to create an alter ego. I don't care if you have to channel a different version of yourself, but I need you to understand that within you lies the power to combat whatever thoughts crept into your brain and push it back, okay? You have an inner fighter inside of you. If you have to name it, name it. The way that I think about it is, if, like I've said before on this channel, if you know me, you know I'm a Barb, I'm a Nicki fan. And you know, Nicki has her alter egos. So when she's being swarmed by thoughts of doubt, by criticism, by the media, by everything, she becomes Roman, right? And I'm not promoting violence, don't become Roman, right? But like, you need to have something in you that knows you're worth it to fight back. So with that, I need you to think about your reason for wanting to fight back. What's your reason, right? What's the reason why that voice inside of you is saying, I'm going to make it? For me, when I was going through the lowest of the lowest times, I literally would remember all of the other crazy, terrible things that I have overcome. And I would tell myself, you did not come this far just to come this far and stop. You're going to keep going. You're going to make it. I am going to be the first person in my family to be a first generation millionaire. I am going to create generational wealth. So if I stop here, I don't do those things. Those are my reasons, right? If I listen to this one thought in my head that's telling me I'm going to fail, well, then I'm going to fail and then I'm not going to get those things. If I stop here, I stop here. Well, for me, those were my reasons, right? That's an example. Your reasons are your reasons. You need to keep going. But let me tell you something about your reasons. They have to be authentic to you, not because you're doing it for someone else, not because you're trying to prove yourself. That's not good enough. You have to do it for reasons authentic to you that are going to actually bring you fulfillment. Not about anyone else. It's not about you proving yourself to anyone else. It's about you. And remember something. No matter what enemy, no matter what form of evils, whatever, is ever against you, you are always going to be your worst enemy. You are your own worst enemy. That enemy may plant a seed in your head of doubt, but you determine if you're going to listen to it and embrace the doubt or turn away from it and embrace the faith in yourself. So when you're ready, when you get to your reason, when you understand what's happening within yourself, and when you are ready to actually tap into your inner warrior, the inner version of you that's resilient, I need you to take a deep breath, because we are going to get to the root of what's actually going on. So again, like I said in the beginning, this is for the people who need it. We are going to actually take our time and figure out where this is coming from. Now, I know the easy answer is to think, oh, I'm doubting myself because my boss told me I wasn't capable and I'm not getting promoted. No, that's the surface level reasoning of why you're doubting yourself. What's behind it? Do you think you're capable of getting promoted? Do you think you're capable of more? Are you doubting yourself? And if so, why? Think back to what sparked it. What scenario you're creating or thriving off of in your head. What actually is happening in real life and not in your head? Are you feeling embarrassed? Are you feeling singled out? I know for me, when I feel embarrassed, that's one of my least favorite negative emotions. Like, I know that there are so many bad things to feel, but I really don't like feeling inferior or embarrassed. Those things really do get to me. And that's enough for me to really feel unaligned. Is the situation that you're going through sparking an insecurity within you? Did things not go your way? Whatever the case is, I need you to become clear on what's happening, why it's happening, and what the root of it really is. I'm actually going to put some journaling prompts on this part of the screen for you all to reflect on to get to the root of what's going on. And after you get clear on what's happening, I need you to question it. Now, this is really where you're going to have to get your hands dirty and do the work. I think that my clients, my own self, actually have the hardest part. Anyone has the hardest part with this particular part, questioning it and challenging it, because this is not going to be determined by how you feel. It's going to be determined by rationale and fact. In order to do this, I need you to understand that there is so much that you don't know about the world, about people, and honestly, it's probably more than you'll ever be able to know in this lifetime. If you think about how big the world is, if you think, I don't know about you all, but for me, I have moments where like I live in a big city, so I'll pass a big condo and I'll look at all of like the different windows in the condo and be like, wow, so many people live there. They have their own life. They have their own moments, their own doubts, their own adversities. I wonder what that is like. Like it's bigger than me, you know? So there's so much about life and people that you don't understand. And I need you to realize that, because if you take everything personally, if you take everything as is, you will be in a doubtful and shameful mentality and mindset. If you let other people determine your beliefs about yourself, or the experiences caused by other people determine something about you, your self-esteem, your beliefs about yourself, your dreams will be at the mercy of their hands and not your own. And no one is worth that. No one is that high over you to determine that about yourself. If someone is not seeing the best in you, great. That person's not for you. Leave. If a job is not promoting you and seeing your best successes, okay, well, you need to get another job, right? Your value lies solely within you. It's never going to be determined by someone else. And a lot of the time, the doubt that we have about ourselves is not actually based on evidence, it's based on emotion. And it's based also on assumption. Let's say that someone just broke up with you and you're feeling doubtful because you're thinking about how you're not good enough to be in a relationship. No one wants to be with you. Okay, well, if that's how you feel about yourself, that's what's going to be true. That's not actually true. But because you're speaking on emotion and sadness from losing someone that you loved or cared about or liked, you're not thinking with fact or evidence. And the fact and evidence is love takes time. Not everyone who you date is going to be the one. That person simply wasn't for you. We learn lessons through people, right? Like there are other facts that determine different things for you. And guess what? Sometimes, like when we're thinking about doubts and evidence, right? We may come across something about ourselves that we don't like, right? Maybe you rushed into the relationship or pressured them, right? And you come face to face with that and you don't like that about yourself. Guess what? You can meet that with compassion and know that you have to work on that. That's fine. You, as long as you're here, you can fix it, you can work on it, but it should not produce or keep producing more doubt. At some point, you have to know, okay, this is what I feel, but it's not true. Here's the evidence. So, what am I going to do to actually resolve it? And ask yourself, would you say what you're saying about yourself to a friend? To someone that you love? Are you giving yourself enough grace? Or are you just talking to yourself like you're supposed to be perfect and know everything? Because guess what? No one's like that. You do not actually know anyone's life behind closed doors. And if you wouldn't say it to a friend, if you wouldn't say it to someone you love, why would you say it to you? We've talked about being your best friend in other videos. I may have to do another one on that, but I'm going to link that below as well, because you really have to show up for yourself just as you would for someone else. And when you get to that point, I need you to anchor yourself in truth. You still have time. As long as you're in the present moment, you still have time. You still have a chance. As long as you're here, you can fix anything that you feel as though you need to improve on. But to doubt yourself is to engage in this sense of disbelief and low worth. And that's not you. You need to strengthen the way that you determine if it's doubt or if it's discernment. Doubt will paralyze you. Discernment will protect you. Doubt is not productive, and discernment is based in logical thinking. And the reason why I want to make this distinction between the two is because there may be an opportunity that arises and you may doubt yourself. And because you're doubting yourself, you will not take advantage of the opportunity. You will not put yourself out there. You don't think you're good enough for it, right? And with someone with discernment who's rooting it in logical thinking may be like, okay, I'm not good enough for this opportunity yet. What can I do to get better? What can I do to improve? If I try and I don't get it, that doesn't really mean anything about me, right? You can discern between emotion and truth. Or you may be able to say, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm not ready for this opportunity, but I'm going to go find another one. Doubting yourself means cutting yourself short. And for the ones who are really ready to live your best life, to live your dream life, to really start operating from a place of calmness and confidence, you need to rewire and retrain your beliefs. So this is where I'm going to get a little nerdy, a little psychology nerd on you all, because this has to do solely with the facts of your brain. Your brain is like a sponge. It absorbs whatever you put into it. And the truth is, your brain, just based on statistics that are recent, and I'll link them on the screen, your brain has anywhere from 60 to 80,000 thoughts per day. Per day. Okay. I want to say 80 or 85% of those thoughts that you have are actually automatic thoughts. And 80 to 85% of automatic thoughts are negative thoughts. So imagine how many negative thoughts you're thinking about yourself per day. If you think about yourself negative, if you think about the world in a negative way, if you think about others in a negative way, more than likely the average experience is going to be negative. And that's just, I don't know about you all, but that's not how I want to live my life. Now, the great thing about the brain is that your brain is plastic. So this means that through repetition, through rewiring your brain, through retraining your brain, you can actually take those negative thoughts and make them into positive, or at minimum, neutral thoughts, and rewire and retrain the way in which you believe about yourself, the world, and others. And when you do this, because your thoughts determine your feelings, and your feelings determine the way that you show up in the world and behave, and determine the whole reality you experience in this world, you will be able to actually operate at a level that you're attracting good things into your life, the things that you want. But that starts with you. You have to do the work. Like I said, it takes repetition, retraining, and rewiring. That means being intentional. Affirmations have gotten a terrible reputation for not being effective, but the truth is, it's not because of the affirmations themselves. It's because when you read something about yourself that you're repeating, you have to believe it. You have to provide evidence. Like I said before, if you're not going to believe what you're saying to yourself, your brain's not actually going to accept it. Therefore, you're just going to be repeating stuff to yourself and it's not going to make any sense or any difference. But if you stand there and you say something to yourself and you begin to see the truth in it, even if it's through small steps, you will begin to retrain your brain. And that one thing that you're saying to yourself with evidence will begin to produce a ripple effect. You'll begin to do it more and more and more until you start seeing the results that you want. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's worth it because you're worth it. Put in the work, okay? Write it down, journal it, do whatever you have to do. Read it every single morning to remind yourself of the new teaching, and read it every single night before you go to bed. Actually, I was reading this book about your subconscious mind, and if you actually repeat something to yourself when you're ready to go to bed and you're kind of in that stage between like sleepiness and awake, and you begin to repeat something to yourself over and over, even if it's a few words that sum up what it is that you desire, and truly believe it, and you're relaxed and accepting of it, it will come to you. It will come to you because you're making peace with it. So whatever happened to you that allowed doubt to creep in, it's okay because we got it under control. But you have to put in the active work to dispel that doubt. Nothing outside of you is stronger than you, okay? Nothing or no one can ever actually take away the belief that you have in yourself. It may take work, it may require you to level on up a little bit, But you know what? Sometimes those are blessings in disguise. This is going to make you a greater person. You're about to glow up, and I'm so excited to see it and be a part of it. Okay? So drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you liked about this video or what you want to see more of. I can't wait to hear from you, and I will see you soon. Bye.